Hello everyone, George here, Catholic Positive Energy. Nice to see everyone. I've been very busy studying for my finals for grad school, so this is why I'm coming to you now instead of on Wednesday. I'll be honest with you, this might happen a few times until I take my final exam, but I always try to find the right time for me to do my broadcast. Even if I have to do it during the midnight hours, I'll do it during the midnight hours. So, yeah, I was just thinking because of some things that have been going on in my life recently. I know I've said this in some previous broadcasts, but I wanted to make an entire broadcast off of what I'm thinking right here. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard me say, and just because I have this community, Catholic Positive Energy, and just because I have a positive attitude and preach positive energy, does not mean that my life is perfect. It does not mean that I don't have as many problems as other people who may not embrace positive energy the way I try to. My life isn't always perfect, especially now. I'll just talk about a few things. Some people may not all know this. Like I say, about 2 years ago now, my ex-fiance and I broke up. We were together for 12 years, and I never thought that would ever happen, but it happened. I wish her the best in her life and everything, but obviously, that was not an easy thing for me, especially while I'm still in grad school. But I never failed any of my classes, and I've still been fighting hard, pushing forward to this day. I'll admit I'm not as devastated about that because, like I said, it was 2 years ago, but I'm moving forward. But, just recently in my life, I've run into, just a few snags of things, things not always going the way I want. And, there have been times I've been a little, unhappy recently, but I'm trying not to be. I know that I have a lot of amazing, wonderful people in my life, great friends, some wonderful family members, my parents and my aunt, who care about me very deeply. I'm very grateful for all of these wonderful people I have in my life. And obviously all of you. Now, even though I don't know all of you personally, I know I have met quite a few of you who are subscribing to my channel, but most of you don't know me really, really well. But for those of you who do, you know that I'm referring to all of you, especially my friend Brian. Yeah, the wrestling fan. You know who you are. I know you're watching. Make a comment on one of my YouTube videos, so yeah, people know who you are. So, like I say, my life isn't like miserable right now, but it just hasn't been all that great because of some personal snags I've hit, like these things I just talked about. And obviously, even though I love grad school and I plan on graduating, studying, putting all of my time and energy into this, professionally, this is what I want to do with my life. But it's not always something I like because, hang on. There are times when I would like to do some fun things or relax or watch a movie and not have to always worry about, okay, well, I got to cut this short because I've got to read and study some things. There are times I would love to be able to go to the mall or go to the park or, kick back and relax or maybe even go bowling again. I haven't done that for quite a while because of grad school. I've been having to invest all of my time and energy in what I'm doing. And even though I like it, there are other things I wish that I could do, but I don't have a whole lot of free time. This has really taken over my life, and it's almost over. I continue to ask all of you to please continue to pray for me. But like I say, I have run into some, just some personal problems in my personal life that hopefully will not drag me down. And like I say, even I go through difficult times as well. So, hopefully the next time I preach a topic, hopefully things in my life will be much better than they are at this very moment. But this is what I just want all of you to know. I can relate to all of you, even those of you who are probably new, watching my broadcast for the very first time. If you're going through a lot of devastation and you don't have enough positive energy in your lives, I can relate. Just because I started this community doesn't mean I don't have problems too. I do. I just try not to talk about them all the time. But yeah, today I decided to talk about them at least to some extent. My life isn't perfect either. So, but obviously, we all want our lives to have more positive energy than negative. We want the good to outweigh the bad as much as we can if we can help it, because obviously we all know, at least those of us who have a lot of life experience, who've been around a while, we know life can throw a lot of negative curveballs at your face. Even though you don't like it when that happens, you don't want that to happen, but a lot of times it's unavoidable. I see things happen all the time, like when I'm at work, I see people, like, in the parking lot, like, let's say, like, cars are driving by and other people are trying to walk by to get to their cars, or sometimes people feel like this car's not driving fast enough, so they honk their horn, and obviously they make people around them angry, especially people in the other cars, and they might feel like, communicating using certain hand gestures you know what I mean, which obviously does not contribute to the world of positive energy. That contributes to a lot of the negative energy that we try to, I try to encourage people to rise above here. But like I say, just things like that. Watching people in the traffic who are not always nice to each other because they're in a hurry, or they don't always care to let people cross the street, because they're in a hurry, or they don't care about other people at that moment in time. That, like I say, just, things as simple as, like I say, as far, if you want to see negative energy, I mean, this is something that I just thought of this just now. I've never heard anybody say this. Just go out and watch people in the traffic. You'll see some negative energy right there. And even though everybody has a certain purpose, they're trying to get to their job or home or vice versa or something else, being in the traffic is not always something that brightens our days. But like I say, I've noticed some people, I mean, I think it's been a long time since I've lived in a major city. I've lived in small cities for pretty much my whole life. In major cities, like sometimes if I'm occasionally, very rarely, if I'm in LA, there's always a lot of traffic there, especially on the freeways. But if you're in a major city, there's always traffic. If you live in a smaller city, then there's less traffic, or maybe because they're away from the freeways. Yeah, of course, there's not going to be any traffic because it's a small city. But they tend to be less stressful because of those reasons. Something to think about if you didn't know that already. But like I say, this, I don't plan on making this a long broadcast. This is probably one of my most shorter ones as far as talking about a topic, but like I say, I haven't had a lot of free time in my life because I'm studying for my finals. My life isn't perfect either, okay? Yeah, I think you know that already by now, seeing this broadcast. But like I say, this is why I ask all of you to continue to pray for me, not just for my professional life, but for my personal life as well. Because like I say, I'm in this journey with all of you. I am not a scholar when it comes to positive energy. There's a lot of things I know, there's a lot of things I don't know, and at times, sometimes my life can be a little sad and devastating at times. But hopefully not all the time. And obviously, because of all the things I know, and like I said, in every single broadcast before this one, I know that even if I'm having a lot of unpleasant things going on in my life, I'm not going to let that dictate my life 24/7 or during the hours that I'm awake. My life is not going to be dictated by devastation, negative energy, or any kinds of sad, depressing feelings. It's perfectly healthy where, okay, let's say if you're having a really bad day because something happened, and obviously you didn't cause this, it just happened to you and something that you had to deal with. It's okay to be a little sad and unhappy and devastated just for that time. It's not healthy if you allow yourself to feel that way for years or for your whole life. It's not healthy if you feel that way all the time. It's okay to be unhappy once in a while, but not all the time. At times you gotta let things go, move on, push forward, and try to focus on all of the good, wonderful things in your lives, which is what I do. So yeah, I'm sure by next week's broadcast, my life should be going a lot better than it is now. But like I say, I'm in this journey with all of you. So that's all I have for this week's broadcast. I should have a meditation and prayer broadcast the next time I come on. I think I'll try to make it. I don't know. Maybe I might do it maybe Tuesday night or so. But also here are some other things I want to share. Outside of this topic, because I'm preparing to go to my graduation ceremony very soon. This is in Virginia. I haven't been there in 25 years, since 1998. I have some cousins on my dad's side of the family who I've never met in person. We're connected on Facebook, and I've talked to two of them over the phone. But it looks like I'll be meeting some of them. So this will be great. It'll be nice to spend time with them and try to connect and have some nice, meaningful conversation, which is wonderful. I definitely, that's one of the wonderful things about traveling. And I definitely want to have people in my life and focus my attention on the people who care about me, not people who just tolerate me. As I've learned from my dear friend Holly, who I'm sure most of you know about, I've seen her post something on Facebook. Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. And that's what I do. I definitely don't want to spend a whole lot of time around people who just tolerate me. I want to be around people who really do care about me, and I care for them. The casual acquaintances in our lives who normally would be maybe a coworker or someone we barely know, or maybe someone we normally have to see. They're not a friend and they don't necessarily care about us. Obviously, we won't spend a whole lot of time around those people. But yes, I focus my attention on the ones who care. So until the next broadcast, which should be a meditation and prayer, I will always ask this until I'm done with my finals. Please continue to pray for me that I will be successful in graduating grad school and passing my comprehensive final exams. And something that would actually make me happier, and I hope many of you will do this, please post comments, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Please tell me that you're praying for me. Please let me know that you support me and that you care. That would make me feel better, even though I'm sure all of you who regularly watch me already feel that way. Please tell me you're doing this. Please tell me you feel that way, and that will really help me out a lot. So, until then, God bless. Dignification is better than criticism. Live life to the fullest.